quite a while, so I think a lot of you will be familiar with his coffees in the room. But yeah, it's brilliant to have somebody that we were out visiting just a few months ago to see what's going on there, spread the word to a wider audience. If we're ready, I will hand over to you, Rama.
Okay,
thank you.
Thank you, Jamie. Good morning, everyone. Let me introduce my name. My name is Rama. I'm from Sumatra Permata Gayo. We are from Sumatra Island in Indonesia. Today, I want to presentation about our group, especially for our Sumatra Permata Gayo Cooperative. This is our history. So, Sumatra Permata Gayo Cooperative established on 2014, and in the beginning, SPGC was formed to become a trader for PGC. I call Sumatra as a SPGC. Trader for PGC, Cocoa Gayo, and Musarapakat. So, Permata Gayo is our main business right now. So, they have a lot of certificate. They have organic, they have rainforest, fair trade, SPP. I think in Aceh, Bener Meriah or Aceh Tengah right now, Permata Gayo is a very complete certificate right now. But we have a problem this year, so I think we have a solution for that. And Cocoa Gayo is a Koperasi Kopi Wanita Gayo. It means they members only women farmers and women management. So they have only women right now. And Musarapakat is our old cooperative and has been closed right now. It's not active. So SPGC before this is a main company for Permata Gayo, Cocoa, and Musarapakat. SPGC as a trader. So Permata Gayo want to export, they buy SPG and export it. And 2018. There is a new regulation from Indonesian government. So when Permata Gayo Cocoa want to export with SPGC, we must add 10% tax. So after that, SPGC is not active until 2022. So why SPGC? And this is what various obstacles faced by producers today. So in Indonesia, I think we have 5 problem right now in many producer. The first one is climate change. So climate change effects in Indonesia has decreasing crop production from year to year. Maybe I will show you another slide. They have we have a different harvest season right now. And the second is demand is always increasing from international market. So year by year, since I joined coffee industries since 2022, year by year, importer always make a new offer and only increase since 2002, 2003, and 2004 is very increasing. So it's very have a problem like that because our coffee is limited right now. Number 3 is Indonesian coffee price are the highest in story. In 2024, Gayo coffee price is very reach the higher price in history due to decreased pollution and increased demand. That's why the Indonesian coffee price is very, very high, especially for wet hull or giling basah process. And the international market is starting to be interested in the strange coffee process. Right now, why I say like that? Because since 2023, many new processor has come to Gayo, and they not make giling basah anymore. They make a natural coffee, natural anaerob, and the effect is the coffee price for the our farmers, the price is more increased. Because if we, like the example like this, if I buy the cherries right now, the example, only €1 per kilo, because they process the natural, they give more ad for that. That's why it's very high for our main business right now. Which one is the four? Yes. And the others is, I think, okay. Oh, they changed the slide. Okay. Okay. That's the obstacle faced by producers today. So the number 5 is we have difficult regeneration. That's our main problem today. So many new farmers or farmers' sons, they not want to be a farmers. In Indonesia, farmers is not a popular. That's why in Indonesia, the popular job is to be a government staff, to be a police, to be an army is a popular. But to be a farmer is not popular in Indonesia. So that's why for me it's very hard to make a new generation for coffee farmers. So this is our mission in Sumatra Permata Gayo. So we have two main mission is regeneration and adaptation for beat the last obstacle. For regeneration, I prepare in Sumatra Permata Gayo. I want to educate the farmers and the farmers' family how to become join in coffee industries. Not only to be a farmers, maybe they interest to be a processor, maybe they want to be a roastery and to make a coffee shop. And training is more important. That's why in SPGC we want train our farmers to become more interest in coffee, more seriously, to make a good coffee for the next step. And the main point in the regeneration in SPG, I want to make a scholarship for the farmers' family to become maybe agriculture bachelor, and after they graduate, they work with us, so they can useful for cooperative. And the second is adaptation. Adaptation is really important too. This I want to make not only wet hull or giling basah today. This year, 80% our export is giling basah, but 20% right now we move to another specialty like natural honey and full wash. We have been exporting to Europe too. And the second adaptation is technology. We want adaptation with new technology, not only use the traditional traditional drying with the sun. I want to make a new technology for drying is adaptation is mechanical drying for them. I think for the new generation, technology is important because I think in my opinion for Gen Z, they want a practice job. They don't want a difficult to do anything. Are you agree with me? Yeah. That's why we need mechanical drying for fast process, and maybe for the natural. For the natural, maybe it takes 21 days if the weather is normal. But if not, it takes over 1 month. That's why we need mechanical drying. And if I work and with the mechanical drying, maybe the first time in Bener Meriah. So this is our map. So we are stay here, our cooperative in Kabupaten Bener Meriah, that in the north of Sumatra, and we have 9 villages right now. We have Timur Jaya, Balokan, Sumber Jaya is the name of the village. And this is our coffee bean specification. Our brand name is still Sumatra Permata Gayo Coffee Mandailing. In variety, we use Arabica coffee bean only. We never sell. Until today, we never sell Arabica, but I don't know, maybe next year or 2 years later, we will sell Robusta too, because in Indonesia, Robusta right now is very expensive. I think it's reached the high time level. So this our variety is Katimor, Tim in Bener Meriah. We call it Gayo 1 because they cross it to Bourbon in Gayo 2 and Ateng Super in Gayo 3. Most of our farmers use the variety is Ateng Super. It's more works with the soil and the altitude. So this place of origin, our coffee is only from Bener Meriah, not from Aceh Tengah. Aceh Tengah and Bener Meriah is very close. It's only 30 minutes with car. So, but our coffee is only from Bener Meriah. This is our process giling basah. As you know, giling basah, maybe in international we call it wet hull. Our giling basah in Indonesia maybe is very popular with the taste note of the coffee, and the others is fully washed, honey, natural, anaerobic. Like I said, we want to move an adaptation with new market right now. For giling basah, our specific character is such a taste, durability, color, and strong taste with the high body. And the packaging we only use 60 kilo, you know, and supplyability for SPG, not for Permata Gayo. For SPG, we can only supply 230 until 280 metric tons per year. Our members right now is more or less 500 members, and the estimate for the harvest production is 700 until 1,000 kilogram per hectare, and our altitude farmers is 1,200 until 1,600. Like I say, the soil type is andesol, volcanic ash, parent materials, and our harvest season, the normally is September to July, so we can shipment January to December. Oh. This is they show the tape. I think they changed the color, so I will explain. So from the farmers, we buy a cherry. We buy cherry from the collector. Collector buy cherry from the farmers. After they buy cherry, they process it, they pulp it. After they pulp it, they drying until 25 until 35 moisture, and they hulling. After they hulling, they drying again the green bean and sell to the cooperative. After they sell to cooperative, cooperative finish the process with the density sortation and manual sortation with the woman picking. After that, we packing. After ready, we packing and we shipment to the buyer. This is the wet hull giling basah process. Like I said before, we only dry the parchment, and the range is 35 until 25% moisture, and we hulling. It's different with the full wash. Full wash we drying until 11 plus minus 1. And after that we hulling, but the giling basah, I think it's similar with wet hull. So this is our market. 40% until 45% is USA. We have to Canada, to Germany, UK, and another country in Europe. So this is our harvest season. You can see it on the blue line is the normal one. So the normal one, our first peak harvest season is December, and the second, the largest one is on April. But right now, effect of climate change is a change. Our top harvest right now is November to December, and after that they decrease until they don't produce anything. So in our country, especially in Sumatra, different with Java, Toraja, and the others island, our harvest season is always a rainy season. So what is the solution for that? Yeah, every collector, they must have a greenhouse for drying process, or they take coffee to another area for drying. It means like we move the coffee to the another, not province but district, only 1 hour, 2 hour from Bener Meriah, and we drying. But this second option is very have impact. If we drying to the other district, the taste of the coffee is changed because the closest district from us is close from the sea, so they impact the taste of the coffee. So the last solution and the very important solution is mechanical drying. That's why we want to make it happen to our cooperative, our group Permata Gayo, to become have mechanical drying. I think that's it. Thank you. It's only short presentation. If you have a question, maybe.
I'm going to start with a quick question if I can. I think this is the first presentation I've seen where high prices were put as a problem or an obstacle rather than low prices.
Yeah.
But I find it interesting that you're looking at the mechanical dryers. Are you able to turn the high prices in that market into a source of being able to buy the mechanical dryers, or does it not work so much around that way?
So we're interested to buy the mechanical drying for our fast production, so the farmers can make a fast production for their farm like that.
But the cooperative is able to profit more from the higher prices, or do the higher prices make it to the farmers, and then you as the cooperative still need to find the money for the mechanical dryers?
The cooperative still make money for the mechanical dryer.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Does anybody have any questions? Yep. Perfect.
Thanks, Rama, for that. That was really interesting. I was just wondering, you talked about the fact that the children of current farmers are unlikely to want to continue farming coffee and to move into other careers. Are you seeing coffee farmers move away from coffee as a crop and into other crops that they can sell for better prices in other markets, or is it that the farmers want to move away from farming completely?
Not really, but in Indonesia right now, the new process like that is make a better price. That's why like a trader, we must find a new buyer for that, so make the family more interest to process the coffee from the farm.
Interesting. And I just wondered if you have, I know that there have been conversations about crops like durian in Vietnam being, it's possible to sell to China for higher prices than coffee. Are there crops like durian in?
No, in our district, only little bit durian right there.
Right.
80% is coffee farm.
Okay.
And 20% is like potatoes or vegetables like that. Then it's for local market, not exported. So very not interesting for them.
Okay. Great, thank you.
Okay, and on that point actually, so Sumatra or Indonesia as a whole, you have quite a big tourist industry, or certainly a very visible tourist industry with Australia.
Yeah.
I see some of the Australian specialty roasters coming up. I know you touched a little bit on there with the education point about showing people they can be roasters. Is the speciality scene, or is the coffee scene from Australia and the tourist world having an impact on local farmers as well? Are people starting to become more interested?
Normally it's for the local market, is more interesting. But our local market for roastery and coffee shop is not same with the Europe or US. Europe and US, they drink a coffee for a habit. For our country, no. They drink a coffee just for chilling or just meeting or something. They're not habits, so the process is not good for us. But we still have a chance for that, for the local market. But for tourists, I think, tourists, the impact is not too much, only 30%.
Okay, anybody else got any questions?
You mentioned how the kind of like that the newer processes are kind of taking over. Do you have any idea how much is kind of the share of that? Is the Giling Basar process kind of getting pushed completely out, or is still dominant in the exports?
The Giling Basar still will always dominant. They will dominant in, I think, until now, when another process come like a natural. The 90% is still 95% is still Giling Basar. But the problem is the price is very high. Always very high, month by month, because like I said before, the processor will add extra for the cherry, so they more if we want to buy the cherry for the Giling Basar, we must pay the same price with the natural process. But the natural process is different price with the Giling Basar. That's why the problem. We buy cherry the same price, but the sell it price is very different. That is the problem. But our main is still Giling Basar.
And out of those processes, have you noticed one that's more popular?
In Indonesia.
Yeah, in Indonesia, is there like one of the newer processes? Just natural is the more popular one coming out?
Yes, right now, since 2023, the natural is very popular right now. The biggest market I know is to Middle East, right? Okay. People in Middle East buy from my friend. They buy 1 or 2 container per month for natural only. Yeah.
Okay, and then related to that, I'll come to you in just a second, Julia. Sorry. How do you learn those new processes in a country where you're predominantly known for a process that's different to everybody else's across the world?
Yeah.
Like, are there educated people on hand to talk to you about how to do the natural process and the anaerobic process?
For the
are there people to help your producers if they want to do the new process, like to show them what best practice is, or are you having to figure it out for yourself?
Yeah, where is that influence coming in? Where is the knowledge coming from?
In my opinion, the impact is from the another local competition for the coffee. So, like I saw 2 years, the local competition is only win by specialty coffee. It's not from Giling Basar or wet hull. So there is, I think, they more interest to make a natural anaerob. They make it, maybe another process natural. So I think the influence from there.
I love what you said about the focus being on the next generation, and I hear that all over the world, that's a big problem. You're not just in producing countries, but in serving countries too. And you had mentioned that the mechanical drying is one strategy that's helping the Generation Z be more engaged, where maybe they can work smarter and not harder. Yeah. Are there other ideas or other things that you've discovered that is helping with the next generation?
Yeah, it will work. I have asked to the new generation for the coffee farmers, and they, like I said before, they wanna work, but they wanna practice. So they want to be a processor, but the practice processor. That's why we need mechanical drying. So we can adaptation. Not only we use mechanical drying for giling basa or wet hull, but only for specialty too. So they can make a coffee like they want, like that. So that's it.
Okay, anybody else got any more questions? Splendid. Oh, yeah, no, Jack. No? Yeah, one last one.
One last one.
You mentioned that you're probably going to move into the Robusta market in the coming years.
Yeah.
Is there something that's driving that? Is it the high prices, or is it more climatic factors or internal demand?
Oh, for me, I have more reason why I choose. Maybe how many years later I will sell Robusta too. The first one reason is the climate change. In right now in Bener Meriah, before this, in 1,000 meter altitude, you can plant Arabica, but right now it's more risky, and it's not really work for that. The second is the price. The demand for our Robusta right now is very high, not from the local market only, for the other country, like that. That's why my reason to make a plan to shipment Robusta.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
So would that replace the Arabica? Is that what you're saying? So where there's Arabica planted, it would be
No.
replaced by Robusta?
We are not replace it all, but we only move to the lower altitude, and we
Okay.
plant it slowly.
And what's there at the moment at the lower altitude?
1,100 below.
But is there something planted there already? Is it replacing something, or is it?
In our area, since 20 years ago, they only 30% they planted with Arabica. They know the risk of the if they plant in that area, it's more CBB, coffee bean borers, like
Okay.
right there. So they not plant it. If they have a farm in 900 meter altitude, they don't plant Arabica. So they only plant like vegetable or something.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, if there's no more questions, then we're running just a little bit ahead of schedule, but that's fine. We can take a little breather with a little toilet break in the next door room. Rama, thank you so much for coming all this way to tell us about that.
Thank you.
Okay.